All the suffering, all the scarcity, and all the exhausting battles you have fought up until today have been based on a universal lie. The lie that the reality you see before your eyes is real, solid, and independent of who you are. The most audacious, brutal, and liberating statement I can make to you in this exact moment is this: the external world you are trying so hard to fix is nothing more than a corpse. Your current reality is merely the delayed echo, the smoke, and the petrified reflection of decisions, thoughts, and frequencies you held in the past. Trying to change your life by fighting external circumstances, by forcefully changing jobs, begging for the attention of people who do not value you, or creating desperate logistical strategies to make money, is the exact equivalent of looking into a wall mirror, seeing a smudge on your own face, and reaching out to scrub the glass of the mirror instead of cleaning your own skin. You can scrub that glass until your fingers bleed, but the image will never change. If you continue to ignore the mechanism I am going to reveal today, your reality will never, under any circumstances, transform. You will spend the rest of your days running on an invisible treadmill, changing the scenery and the characters, only to relive the exact same story of rejection, exhaustion, and limitation. If you belong to the psychological elite who no longer accepts shallow answers, and if you are genuinely ready to stop being a puppet to your circumstances and take absolute control of your timeline, this video is your turning point. I invite you to like this video and subscribe to this channel right now. We do not deal in superficial self-help or comforting illusions here. We decode the severe, unbreakable laws that govern matter and mind. By subscribing, you enter a sanctuary of sovereignty and stoic wisdom. Leave your mark, turn on notifications, and prepare yourself, because the trance you have lived in until today is about to be broken. Key number 1, the projection of absolute identity. To master the mirror principle, you must first understand the physics of identity. The universe does not operate based on moral merit, desire, or need. The mirror of reality is perfectly neutral, indifferent, and mathematically precise. It does not reflect what you want. It relentlessly reflects exactly who you are being. If your deepest desire is financial abundance, but your internal relationship with money is based on the fear of scarcity, chronic anxiety, and the subconscious belief that you are neither capable nor worthy of retaining wealth, the mirror does not listen to your prayers or your surface-level affirmations. The mirror reads your baseline electromagnetic signature. It looks at your identity of lack and responds loyally. If this is the image you present to me, so be it. And instantly, the physics of matter organizes itself to bring you more bills, more financial emergencies, and more scarcity, simply to validate the hypothesis you established within your own mind. This is especially visible in the lives of highly sensitive people and empaths. If deep within your psyche you view yourself as an unprotected victim, as someone destined to be used by others to keep the peace, or as someone who must erase themselves to be accepted, that is the exact image you project onto the glass of reality. The mirror, then, has no choice but to materialize a continuous stream of manipulative people, selfish partners, and parasitic friends. They do not enter your life by accident. They are pulled in by the gravity of your own self-image. They arrive to serve as the material proof of what you believe to be true about yourself. The fatal flaw of humanity is trying to manipulate the reflection directly. People try to argue with the mirror. They scream at their circumstances, and they try to force the external world to change through aggression or massive physical action. But the first law of the mirror states that the effect can never alter the cause. To change what you see on the screen of your life, the image you hold before the mirror must be surgically destroyed and rebuilt in the absolute silence of your inner world. You must become the master, the sovereign, the untouchable being on the inside, long before there is a single shred of evidence of it on the outside. Key number 2, the quantum delay of matter. The second key is the test where 99% of the population fails miserably. It is what we call the delay of matter in the third dimension. In the realm of thought, in the quantum field of pure imagination, creation is instantaneous. If you close your eyes right now and visualize a reality of peace, power, and abundance, that image is created immediately in the dimension of your consciousness. It has color, it has weight, and it has frequency on the mental plane. However, we inhabit a physical body on a physical planet, where matter is dense, heavy, and compacted. Matter moves slowly. There is a time buffer, a cosmic delay, between the image you project in your mind and the crystallization of that image into tangible physical reality. This is exactly where the vicious cycle perpetuates itself. A person listens to a message like this, understands the principle, and decides to change. They create a new internal identity. They state, "I am sovereign, I am prosperous, I no longer accept chaos." They sustain this high frequency for 3, 4, or 5 days. But then they open their eyes on Monday morning, look at their bank account, and see the same negative balance. They look around and see the same exhausting relationships. They look at reality and say, "This doesn't work. I tried thinking positively and nothing changed." What this person fails to understand is that the reality they are looking at on that Monday is merely the delayed reflection of what they were thinking 3 weeks ago. It is the echo of the past. But the moment they look at the old reflection, lose hope, despair, and go back to complaining, they are projecting an old image of failure into the mirror all over again. The mirror captures this new emotional collapse, and weeks later materializes even more reasons for despair. This delay creates an endless wave of highs and lows in the lives of ordinary people. They improve their mindset for a while. Reality takes time to respond. They give up. Reality reflects their surrender. They suffer. They try to improve again, and the cycle repeats forever. Being sovereign requires a brutal, stoic discipline. It requires you to remain absolutely faithful to the identity you have chosen to create. Even when the external world appears to be crumbling around you, you must hold the image in your mind long enough so that dense matter has no alternative but to bend to your will. Key number 3, the purified content. There is a profound secret about the mirror of reality that most superficial manifestation philosophies completely ignore. The mirror does not process the nature or the polarity of your emotions. It only processes your purified content. What do I mean by this? The mirror does not understand the words no, never, or I hate. It lacks the moral discernment to understand that when you are crying in anger over something, you want that thing to disappear. The mirror wipes away the drama, removes the negation, and focuses strictly on the object of your attention. If you spend your day repeating in your mind or talking to your friends with phrases like, "I can't stand getting so many bills," "I hate this dead-end job," or "I can't tolerate being betrayed by fake people anymore," guess what the mirror does? It removes "I can't stand," it removes "I hate," and it extracts the purified content: bills, bad job, fake people. The mirror simply understands that these are the topics occupying the most real estate in your brain and your electromagnetic signature. Like a loyal, blind friend, it responds, "I see you are spending a massive amount of energy thinking about this. Let me bring you more of it." This is the fundamental dividing line between a scarcity mindset and quantum sovereignty. It is the difference between the prisoner of the reflection and the co-creator. As long as you continue to dedicate your time, your words, and your attention to fighting what you do not want, You are energetically feeding those exact circumstances. The mirror will continue multiplying the reasons for your complaints. To break this dynamic, you must take your eyes off what is missing. You must practice the mental fasting of complaining. Your focus must become obsessive, bulletproof, and directed exclusively toward what you already possess of value in the present, and toward the exact vision of the empire you wish to build in the future. Key number 4, inverting the sovereign cycle. We have now arrived at the practical protocol, the golden key that will transform your existence permanently. It is the mastery of the mirror cycle. How does the vast majority of the population live? What is the standard cycle of human puppets? It all begins with observation. A person wakes up and looks at their physical reality, the bills, the loneliness, the tired body, the bad job. They observe the reflection standing before them. From this observation, they generate an internal image, thoughts of despair, feelings of injustice, anger, and powerlessness. They present this image of defeat to the mirror of reality. The mirror captures this frequency and projects the corresponding reflection weeks later in the material world. The person wakes up in the future, looks at the new bad reflection, despairs again, and the cycle perpetuates itself. They are trapped in the past. They spend their entire lives reacting to the reflection of old decisions, thinking they are trying to change, but they are only stamping their passport to the exact same destination over and over again. If you want to become a conscious creator of your timeline, if you want the world to reorganize itself under your command, you must radically invert this cycle. You must adopt the creator's cycle. To break the puppet pattern, your first step is to turn your back on the current reflection. You must look at your life today, no matter how chaotic, scarce, or lonely it appears, and have the spiritual maturity to say, "What I am seeing is not my present. This is merely the corpse of my past choices. This holds absolutely no power over me." You refuse to use your present moment as the fuel for your thoughts. Instead of observing the exterior, you begin with the internal image. You enter the laboratory of your own mind. You define with mathematical clarity and stoic authority exactly who you are and what you possess. You create the declarations of identity. I am an unshakable fortress. I am the magnet that attracts pure abundance. The universe silently conspires in my favor every single second of the day. You sustain this image with your feelings, your physical posture, and your daily actions, completely ignoring the delay of matter. And then, when the mirror begins to respond, and it will respond in small doses, with small miracles, small synchronicities, and subtle positive shifts, you do not make the mistake of passively observing. You adopt the posture of confirmation. You look at the external world only to hunt for the signs that your new image is working. If someone treats you with a little more respect, if a small financial opportunity arises, if you feel a glimpse of untouchable peace in the middle of a storm, you focus entirely on that and say, "There it is working, the mirror is changing." By focusing on confirming the small miracles, you feed the new image with an overwhelming electromagnetic power. The gap between the life you have and the reality you desire begins to shrink at an unbelievable speed. You step out of the trance of reaction and you assume the throne of creation. If you have listened to each of these keys and felt a profound relief, a cold clarity, and a strength that was dormant in your chest, understand that this video did not cross your path by accident. The algorithm on your screen does not have the power to guide your soul. It was your own internal frequency, tired of suffering and ready for sovereignty, that pulled this message into your field of vision today. You have spent your entire life believing you were a victim of the world's circumstances. But today, the illusion has been disintegrated. You are the projector. The world is just the screen. It is time to stop trying to tear the movie screen just because you don't like the movie that is playing. It is time to walk up to the projection booth and change the tape. Do not leave this video returning to the same old mental habits. Do not allow this wisdom to be just another fleeting piece of content in your mind. I want you to execute a physical act of quantum command right now. I want you to anchor this new frequency into your nervous system and notify the universe that the puppet has finally cut its strings. Go down to the comments section right below and type these words with the unshakable conviction of a soul that has taken the throne of its own life. I change the image. Reality must follow. By registering these words in the physical world, you are performing a quantum severing from your past. You are declaring to your biology that your focus no longer belongs to the corpse of old circumstances. You are opening the doors to your new timeline. Turn your back on the illusion of matter. Master the delay of time with stoic patience. Purify the content of your mind to focus strictly on abundance, and invert the cycle through silent confirmation. The mirror is waiting for the image you will present to it today. Govern your mind, protect your energy field, trust your sovereign power, and above all else, be well.